See you. Looks like we have some students in here. By the way, everyone, when you sit in your chat, on the bottom, it says two. Just make sure you have it defaulted to everyone so we all could see it. Good to see you, Laureen. Welcome back. All right. Well, sorry for let's get right into it. We're going to talk for about 40. We are going to be talking for about 40 minutes, and we're going to talk about what makes the market so fun and swinging, and we're going to do some trading. I'm going to show you some stocks that are moving. But we're going to show you how to survive this market a little bit more, where day trading turns into swing trades that turn into options. So we got a lot to cover, and it's been a very fun market. And let me tell you, we're going to have some really, really interesting things. I am going to guarantee you, everyone, one very important thing. You definitely want to stick around to the end. You definitely want to pay attention. You want to answer back the questions, because what you're about to learn is going to be very, very disturbing. What I'm about to show you is Wall Street's biggest secrets. Now, before I go over those big secrets, let me just tell you, I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises. It works for everyone. It does vary from student to student. There is a very high risk in trading, so please be very careful when you go out there and trade. There is a very high risk in doing it, okay? And you can lose a lot of money doing it. Here's a couple of things we're going to talk about. We're going to cover how to follow the big money, basically how to follow the order flow, basically see where all the trades are, where the smart money is. I'm going to show you how you do that. It's something called the right of the chart, where everyone's following the left of the chart. I'm going to show you where the future orders. I'm going to show you some price action, order flow by seeing those orders. I'm also going to show you when's the best time and worst times to trade. It's not listen, trading is not a full-time job. You can make it a full-time job, but who wants to be here all day, right? We'll show you how to develop, how to be a great round trader, and also how to avoid the biggest mistakes that people make in trading, which kind of sucks. And you all know what I'm talking about: chasing, buying it too late, selling too early, all that stuff. Now, at the end of this presentation, I am going to invite every single one of you to come to my trading floor. Okay, it's a 1-week trial to it. So listen, everything that we cover, you're going to see this live in the market, and you're going to meet some traders. We got some students in here right now. They're all looking to recruit you. They were you, and they know how important it is that if you really are serious to trading and you really want to learn and see why we have been doing this for 35 years and the leading educator in the industry, they're here to kind of help spread that word, because we're looking for traders like you to be part of the team, but we're looking for team players. But before we do that, let's go to the market. Let's have a little fun really quick. Let's talk about some stocks. All right. So market's up about 300 points today. All right. There's a lot of stocks moving in the market. Now, let me bring up a couple of things. First of all, does anyone have any stock that they're trading right now? Anybody in any positions? Just give me, and if you're a student, don't answer this question, because I want to give some of the freebies here. What they're looking at. Any stocks out there? NVIDIA is one of them. Okay, I know I got NVIDIA up already. Okay, so anything else? Any other stocks? Question. Hey, now that a quick hello, participant advantage to offer the best industry. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Alan. I appreciate that. But Alan has that in private. Here you go. Let me just share that. It's really nice of you, Alan. Thank you very much. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Long Tesla, heading with options, Victor. Okay. All right. So anyway, we'll look at Tesla. All right. Because I own Tesla myself. Now, by the way, did you know Tesla has ETFs out there? We don't trade Tesla, but we do trade stocks like TSLL. We do trade stocks like TSLY. They're cheaper. They're high dividend plays. There's a lot of ways to trade Tesla. But getting back to Tesla, the question that you have to ask yourself is this, Victor: where are the buyers? First of all, everyone, this is a question for all of you. How do stocks go up and go down in the market? How do they go up and down? Mike, you're right. Bill, yes. Okay. Everyone else? Listen, if you cannot answer this question, you should not be here. You should not be trading. And I have a whole list of applications here. If anyone here wants one, I actually took one just for a goof. McDonald's is hiring for $15 an hour, okay? Because they just raised minimum wage. And for some of you here, New York, it looks like they hired a new mayor, and he's looking to raise minimum wage to $30 an hour. So you know what? You want to sit and flip burgers all day for $30 an hour at the age of 50, 60 years old, 70? I don't think you want to do that. All right. You can make a lot more money than doing this. So can everyone just answer this question? Thank you very much. Buyers and sellers. Okay. Now, do you see buyers and sellers on a chart? Yes or no? Do you see buyers and sellers? No, right? So how do you know a stock's going up or going down? You always hear everyone keep talking about go to the chart, go to the chart, look at the indicator, look at the VWAP, look at the MACD, look at the S. You know what? That's the left of the chart. The problem is it's not always indicative of the future. So when you go out there and you trade this stock, how do you know it's really going up? So let me bring up Tesla. Let me show you what we're going to show you right now. Okay. This is called level 4. Now, what you're seeing here on level 4 is you're seeing a lot of these lines right here. Everybody see these lines right here? These are orders, okay? And here's 9:30 in the morning. You see how all these orders came in? And you see how this is called program trading. Let me get my crayons out here so you guys can follow a little bit better. Hold on. Okay. So you see this right here? This is 9:30. These orders came in, and those orders are 100,000, 59,000, 150,000, 139,000. So you could see basically where the big orders are in the future, and you could see when they came out and if they're getting executed. Let me show you another one. Let's look at Tesla. NVIDIA. Here's NVIDIA. So program trading kicked in. Here's 9:30. And you see this order. This is all pre-market right here. And here you can see an order just filled in for about 1.4 million shares, almost 1.5 million at 160. You're talking over, I don't know, maybe over $200 million sitting there. And then you got other orders out there, 59, 58, 57. You can see how it went to 57, came back down, basically about 300,000 share order out there. Okay. Now, did I lose anybody yet? Could everyone understand what I'm showing you right here? This is called the right of the chart, okay? You are seeing all the orders out there of people with every limit order. Like some people here trade options, right? So if you're trading options, you want to know, oh, there's all these orders at this price. How do you think those orders got there? Okay. Who do you think makes those orders? This is what you see. You're seeing the future orders. You're seeing all the big block orders. These are the algorithms, the high frequency trades, the institutions, the market makers, everything. Not only that, but it also works with, and let me clear this out. Anybody here use Bitcoin? It also works on Bitcoin. Look at all the orders. You got Bitcoins. All the sellers are out here. 110,000 and 109,000, 111,000. So those are the Bitcoins. So you got 268 Bitcoins looking to be sold at 110,000. Okay. Did you even know that you could see that? Well, that's the power of what we call level 3 and level 4. So let me go back to the slides and let me tell you a little about myself. Okay. Because hopefully now I got your attention. I am one of the original day traders that started back in the early 90s. Okay. There was a big article written up on a bunch of kids like us tormenting Wall Street. What's very beautiful, what's awesome about this photograph is look at that monitor. Okay. What do you guys see? What is that over there? What do you guys see? You know what that is? Those are orders. These are the orders I was just showing you. This is what we are working off. We made money on a 15-inch monitor. Some of you guys can't even make money on 4 monitors at 27, 38 inches a piece. Back then, we used to pay $20, $25 a ticket. Some of you can't even make money on a free ticket. We were losing money going into a trade, okay? The technology that I'm telling you about has been around for 50 years, and you're just finding out now. Why is that? The question you have to ask yourself is this: who really trained you? Okay. So over the years, I worked as a market maker here on Wall Street. I still live here in New York. The reason why I am is because the financial capital of the world, I surround myself with great traders. I've competed at multiple events where I'm a 12-time champion at the Money Show. Also, you could see here some of the well-known people. I rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange first time. Steve Forbes did it. I was lucky to do it with him. I mean, I've done a lot of presentations, and great traders never surround themselves to learn, just like you are. You're here to learn from something that I know you're going to take something home with you. I also do a lot of work for NASDAQ. I've done a lot of presentations for NASDAQ. NASDAQ knows that if you could teach the general public how to trade, then all you do is you make them more money. If there's no volatility, then no people are trading, they don't make any money. Okay. So doing this for 30 years, I love teaching people. And I love having you people here because I want to show you how to trade the market. But my goal today is this. I am looking to make you one of those people on that picture. Okay. Being a good trader is not about me. Okay. It's not about being an influencer. It's not about being a guru. It's about surrounding yourself with good traders that you could teach, because like in any other business, if you went to the restaurant business, you can't run the whole business yourself. You can't be the waiter. You can't be the busboy. You can't be the chef. You can't be the accountant. You need good staff. Okay. That's what makes a good restaurant. What makes a good trader is surround yourself with good traders. So if you think you're really good at it, and if you listen carefully, hopefully you're going to be one of them. Now, the way I've learned this is that I am a first-generation Italian. My parents came here with $20 in their pocket. My dad says, listen, you go out there, you can make a lot of money in this country, but find out who's really good at it and learn from it. And learn specifically, and this is what you're going to learn here that no one's ever going to teach you. My dad always taught me, he says, listen, you know who the best people to learn from? The people that are really bad at it. Okay. And you know why? Because when you see where they screwed up, you don't want to make that mistake, because that's where you're going to learn, because you're going to make mistakes in any business. Find out who made those mistakes so you don't make those mistakes. So what I'm about to teach you, fellow traders, is that losing is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because if you know why you did it, you're not going to do it again. And that's where people make their mistakes. They don't know where to find these stocks. They don't know where to take losses, and then they don't know how to prevent it from happening again. Now, let me explain something to you. Trading, there's stocks out there, just like NVIDIA or any other stock out there, or a stock like NVTS that did really well due to a partnership with NVIDIA, that some people like, where did you find these stocks? Where did they come from? Finding these stocks are very easy. I'm going to show you where they are, but I'm going to tell you my 4 most important tools, okay? An intraday chart, a big percentage gainers and losers, level 3 and level 4. All right, those are my 4 secret weapons I'm going to teach you about, all right? Now, let's start off at how we find these trades. Finding them is very easy, okay? Everybody has a scanner, okay? Every platform gives you what's called a big percentage gainers and losers. The problem with the big percentage losers is a lot of you here don't know like which one is going to give us, which one to trade, okay? Now, does anyone here follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Telegram or X, any social media? YouTube? I mean, some of you logged in YouTube. Anybody here follow me on them? Okay, so right here, I want to bring this up really quick for you. So this is our trading room. I'm going to invite all of you guys here, and move this over here on the left. And right here, fellow traders, is our alert service, okay? So you see here the morning watch list? Everybody see that? So what I want to show you, see the time right here? I assume everyone knows a lot of the stocks that are on here, but you know what the big one is right here? The really, really big one, the one that stands out the most? At 9:17, CYN, first on the list, okay? Did any of you trade CYN today? Anyone trade it today? CYN? Lorene, you did. Alan, you did. Well, we got some students in here. Come on, there's almost 100 people in here. 2 people. Just say no. If you didn't trade it, just be honest. David, you didn't trade it. Thank you very much for being honest, David. That's the kind of person I want on my team. Okay. Who else is not answering me back? Don't make me start picking on people. Beth, what about you? David, Dennis, Ed, I didn't hear from. Oh, there you go. Ed just answered me. Okay. All right. Now, what does the company do? Does it even matter? Let me show you what happened with this stock really quick. All right. So here's the stock. So here's 930 right here. At 930, the stock was trading right around $16. In a matter of 15 minutes, it went all the way to 22, and all the way up to about 11 o'clock, it went to a high around 40 bucks. So let's do the math. If you bought 100 shares of that stock at $16, bring a calculator right here. 100 shares times $16 is about 1,600 bucks. Okay. Does that sound like a lot of money? Does that sound like a lot? Some of you put that in even in an option call, right? 1,600 bucks. Now, if you bought it at the open at 16, and let's just say I'm not getting too greedy. We didn't sell that 40. Let's just say we sold it at 30, right? Equals 14. Times that by 100. That's about $1,400. 1,400 times 5 days a week times 52 weeks is about 347,000. Who here doesn't want that job? Anybody here don't want that job? Okay. On a $1,600 investment. That's basically how it worked out. And then listen, there was a bunch of stocks on that watch list. Okay. There was NVIDIA, but NVIDIA, you had to go out there and you had to 930, you could see it. You had to risk a lot of money to do it, you know? I need to take a week or two. There you go, Anthony. Just about doubled your money and would love to do that every day. David, listen, I don't want to brag. There's a lot of stocks out there I could point out to you. And we have some students in here. And let me tell you, I will practice what we preach. Okay. I will show you all these things that we do. Not only just listen, I'm not saying woulda, coulda, shoulda that I did already. I will show it to you for one whole week. Okay. And you'll be able to see it and be proved and seen it live in the market. And then you'll know why Cybertrader University has a 5-star rating on Google. It's been endorsed by every brokerage firm in the industry. Companies like Thinkorswim, Tastyworks, TradeStation, Schwab, everybody that you do business with, believe me, they refer people to us. All right. And you're going to see why. So let me go back and and by the way, you're going to be part of this whole team over here. You're going to invite all these people. Well, they trade right HIMS. They're trading HIMS right now. Okay. HIMS is a fun stock. Anyway. So every morning we broadcast live at 9 a.m. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. So if you want to see what we traded, we also have highlights on our website. You could actually view those. Now, trading the most volatile times of the market is the first hour and the last hour of the close. So depending on where you are, I mean, trading is running all day. But we do a lot of our commentary with the first hour and the last hour. Okay. Usually stocks come out of the gate. If you talk to any professional trader that does for a long time, they'll tell you the same thing. For example, QUBT. Look at this stock. Went from 17 to 2050. Not bad. And you see where it stops. So 1 hour a day, you can definitely make a lot more money here than work at McDonald's. And then if they raise the minimum wage to $30 an hour, which sounds pretty damn sexy, you know, for minimum wage here in New York. But I'll take this any day. Okay. Any day. Now, the thing is this, what is the game plan? The game plan here, what a lot of you heard about it, but don't know about it is following the big money. Some people like to call it follow the smart money. Well, it's time to be smart, okay, and not be a lagger. So let's not be on the dumb side. Let's be on the smart side. First thing I want to cover right now is I want to talk about NASDAQ total view. All right. So I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to ask everybody's question. And my question to you is this. Let's get the poll up here. There we go. Who here has level 3 quotes, or we call it NASDAQ total view, level 2? Just give me a yes or no. If you're a student, do not answer this question. Okay. So as everyone is filling that out, let me tell you what we're looking at. What you're looking here is you're looking at the orders. I actually helped, I beta tested and helped design this, what's called an ECN book. This came out in the mid 90s. All right. So, but now it's a more advanced level 2 quote system. All right. Now let me end the poll. Let me just show how many of you are answering this question wrong. Okay. Now, I'm going to share the results. And I want to do something really quick here. Hold on. Hold on right here. All right. So anyone here use chat? Anybody here use ChatGTP? Okay. I'm gonna bring ChatGTP right here really quick. And I'm going to ask, what is the failed rate in day trading, or just trading in the market without education? All right. So let's get a reality check. Okay, day trading failure rate without education, about 80 to a 90% failure rate. Why most people fail, not understanding the risk of management, psychology, emotions. What else we got here? Leverage and margin, not knowing how to read the markets. Education changes the odds. So you can see here, education's changing the odds. Now look how much you're being educated right now. Now I want to stop sharing this and let me show you this. Look at the percent of you, how many of you answered this question. 85% of you said no, 5% said you're not sure. I'm going to add that 5%, 90%. So I'm going to give you a 50-50 fighting chance right now because listen, what you're about to see right now is going to be shocking. Okay. And every one of you are going to want to come and watch this live for one whole week. So let me go over this really quick. What you're seeing right here, fellow traders, is every buyer that wants to trade HIMS and every seller that want to trade HIMS. Whoever wants to buy for the most is up on top. Whoever wants to sell the stock HIMS is here on the top. And obviously, whoever wants to sell for more money is down at the bottom. Whoever wants to buy cheaper, obviously, is not going to get executed, work at the bottom. So what you're seeing is just a chat room of buyers and sellers out there. You're seeing the raw data of every order out there that wants to buy it and then wants to sell it. Now, how do we apply that to our trading? Well, here you're looking at a stock Revvion, okay? Stock was $16 and it dropped all the way down to $14.80. And for some reason, it decided to go up right around that number of $14.80. Now, what would make a stock go up, everyone? What would actually, in realistic, make a stock go up? Dave, you're right. Danny, yeah, kind of right. Lorene, you're right. Everyone else? Come on. I want all of you put the letter B in there because I just wrote it on the screen. Can everybody write the letter B? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid to lose money? Because I am. If you can't put the letter B here, that means you're not paying attention. All right? Just write the B. Louis, thank you. Lori, thank you. Michael, thank you. Come on. What are you guys afraid of? Just write buyers. Just write the word B. I'm not asking for too much. All right? I'm trying to train you, all of you, that you got to stop being the 90% failure rate of this industry. I hate losers. First of all, it's terrible for the industry. It makes us all look bad. Okay. And I want to stop it. That's why I love doing this. Buyers. Now, follow along. Do you see a buyers on a chart? No. But when you look over here and you work your way down, I know it's a little small, but that buyer is 144,000 shares. Now, is that a lot of money, you're asking me? Well, when you look down that list, you got 600 share buyers, 1,900 shares, 1,200 shares. 144,000 is a lot. So the thing is this, 95% of the data you see there is not necessary. Only the top 5%. The 5% are those big block orders. Those are those six, 7-digit numbers, not the 3, 4-digit numbers. So when you see a stock go down, what do you look for? Like one of you just mentioned earlier, demand, buyers. Do you see buyers on a chart? No. But when you look on and when you go to the exchange, you do. Now, let's look at another example. Resistance. How does a stock make resistance? Sellers. Sellers equal resistance. You don't look for resistance. You need the seller to make the resistance. So I'm going to look on the right. I'm going to look for sellers. I work my way down, and I can see there's 160,000 share seller out there at 67.43. Now, by me not knowing that and seeing the stock going up and not getting prepared for that, I just basically converted a winner to a huge loser. Now, how many of you have been affected by that? Any of you have had that issue? You're like, damn it, why didn't I sell the stock? Now, all of a sudden, I'm stuck in it. I'm losing money on it. Yeah, how's that working out for you? You know what the problem is? The problem is you always think that they're looking at you. You're, people, like they're watching you. They're not watching you. You're just not watching them, right? That's the issue. Think about it, how that technology right there of following the smart money is going to make you get better and smarter trading decisions. Now, let me show you some more examples because I got a few more. By the way, did I lose anybody? Did I lose anyone? Just double check. Anybody following along? You go to these webinars, right? And you hear these people talk about these indicators. You hear these people tell you why this stock is great, and they do a very good job selling it. You get these people that tell you, follow my alert service and how great they are with all these feathers in the cap. And that's all great. But the end of the day it doesn't work all the time. How many of you taking some classes and be like, yeah, it was working in the beginning, but stopped working? This never stops working. This is always working. You know what doesn't work? Greed and discipline. That eventually is the failure rate of trading. Orders, they're always there. So iceberg orders, what we call them here, big block orders, they're all the time. Let's look at this example right here. AMD. Ever heard of the stock? Okay. Anyway, stock's going up, right? What do? Do you buy it here? What do? AMD's been on a great run in the past 2 months. It was around $75 at 144. What do? I'm just curious. You guys tell me, what do you usually do if you see a stock that's doing well and you're contemplating to buy it? You just buy it? That's right, Dave. You don't want to chase it, right? What do? Do you want to be part of the 90% failure rate or part of the 10% winners? Okay. I'll tell you what a lot of you have not said yet. Where are the buyers and where are the sellers? Right? Well, if you look right here and you see there's a big buyer, 162,000 at 142, right? Could it be a swing trade? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. How'd that work out for you? Because some of you just said, well, I don't want to chase it. Okay, well, you probably said that when it was at 90. And then you come back to it, now it's 120. Like, shit, now it's at 140. Do I chase it here? I can't pay 140. All right, well, no problem. Apparently, there's still buyers out there bidding it up. Still interested? I don't know. Someone is. Oh, I love AMD. It's the next NVIDIA, this and that, whatever. But I can't see myself paying this price after I could have bought it so cheaper. The problem is you didn't follow the money. Now, let's see what happens when a stock creates resistance levels. Ever own a stock and like, damn, I should have sold them when I'm supposed to? Let's look at IBIT. Let's anyone look at, anybody know what IBIT is? That's the ETF for Bitcoin, okay? So Bitcoin this morning was a big runner, right? Now, the thing is this. Where is the resistance? Where is our sellers? Well, only one way to figure that out. Got to go check out and see what's going on the exchange. See that there's a 127,000 share seller at 62.46. I don't know about you, but does that sound like a lot? Well, when you only got 3,000 share sellers, 9,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 20, 127,000, that's almost like 50, 100 times more the average seller at any price. I would say so. And guess what? If you didn't, and you watched it from 9:30 and like, oh, I'm making money. Look at that. We're at 60, 50, 61, 62. Oh, this thing's going back to 65. Okay, no problem. Let's see what happens when we get to that 127. Didn't work out too well. All that work that you waited several hours, you just lost in 30 minutes. Why? Because you didn't follow the money. This is why you need to learn how to follow and see where these icebergs are. These icebergs, these big block orders are what control the market. Listen, you're not going to beat them, but you can join them. And how do I know that? Because I was one of them. I was an ignorant 22-year-old kid when I got started. I'm 53 now, okay? When I got started, I thought, I can figure it out on my own. I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos. I'll read the Wall Street Journal, the Barron's. Yeah, you know what? That didn't work out too well for me, okay? But I know we don't have too many 22-year-olds in here. Maybe a lot of you in your 50s, your 60s, maybe even your 70s plus. And you've been there. You've done that. Now you're just like, you know what? You're retired. Maybe you are going to retire. Maybe you're, maybe you're in the middle of jobs, whatever. Like, I don't want to go back to work. You see people, you see what's happened with the market lately. Why not get a piece of it? You can, but you got to know how to play the game. Because before I became a winner, I was a loser. And then I came to reality. I don't want you to make this mistake I made. Because then I said, I put the white flag up and I said, you know what? Like my dad told me, I was the stupid one. Because I didn't want to listen to my dad. I was being ignorant. I said, and you know what? It cost me a lot of money, but I didn't quit. I finally says, maybe I should go learn from someone. Maybe I should go work for somebody. See, back then when I started, you guys didn't have the convenience like you had today. The reason why, and I'll tell you the honest reason why I didn't go work for somebody is because you had to pass your Series 7 license, which was like the third hardest test to pass in the country. You had to go work for somebody as an intern. So you didn't make money for 6 months. You had to pay $20 a ticket. Okay. There was a lot of things that were going against you. I'm like, you know what? And I was sitting around. I'm like, and back then, how about this? Even better. The technology I'm showing you right here, I had to pay $1,000 a month. Ask a 22-year-old kid 35 years ago to come up with $1,000 a month. I didn't have $1,000 a month. Okay. But my dad gave me some money. He says, you know what? You go get, here's the money. If you love this job, you think you're going to be successful at it. You think people make money doing it. Here's the money. And I did it. And I am here today. Now, let me just tell you this. You might think $1,000 is a lot of money for this data. I think it's dirt cheap. But I got good news for you. It doesn't cost $1,000. It doesn't even cost $100. You know what it costs today? $15. For the technology I had to pay $1,000 35 years ago, you guys are getting a deal of $15. Let me ask everybody a question here. Anybody here would love to see and get level 2 quotes for $15 a month? This is right from the exchange. It's not my software to $15. You have a seat on the, imagine you could walk on the New York Stock Exchange and you pay at the door, $15 to walk in the door. Would you do that? Is it worth it for you? This is your job. You're trading the market. You're looking to buy a stock. We're better place to go than go to the booth, give him $15 and be able to be there all month. Okay? If you said no and you don't answer, I'm going to do you a big favor. Quit trading. I'm going to save you thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Quit trading right now because you're going to lose. You're going to be part of that 90% failure rate. You're wasting your time trading. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I want to bring up a stock right here with trading that's been doing pretty well. All right. I'm going to show you level 4 quotes. I'm going to bring up a stock that we've been trading. It's called QS. Okay. Anyone heard of it? Anybody here trade the stock QS? Oh, there's another stock right now. Anybody? Okay. So, no? Okay. Look at this stock right here. QS went from 560. It's only like 1240 to $7. If you bought 1,000 shares of that stock, okay, 1,000 shares was about, I don't know, let's use simple math, $5,500. 550 minus $7 equal. Sorry about that. Hold on. 550 minus 7 is 0.05, $1.50. Times that by 1,000 shares comes out to be $1,500 times 5 times 52 weeks. Oh, what do you know? We're back to $300,000, $400,000 salary. Okay. Let me just show you. This is a stock that we're in our trading room right now. See it right there? QUS. They're looking at the stock. They're trading it. They've been trading it all day. Okay. All day they've been in this position. In and out. All right. You're in it now, right now, Elizabeth. Okay. She's in it right now. Let me just put that in there. All right. Now, the question is, should you get in or get out of the position right now? First of all, actually, time out. What's going to make the stock go up or down? That's my question to everyone. What's going to make this stock go up and down? Buyers and sellers. Okay. Buyers and sellers. Do you see buyers out here on the chart? No. Look right here. It's called level 4. So you could see right here. See this big red line right there? That was a big seller. You see this big green ball right here? That means that that seller was executed. Somebody bought those shares. You know how many shares that was? About 100. You see that number right there? There was about 157,000 and 84,000. Okay. And you see how that order got filled? Now look where the stock is right now. 713. So you could see right here, there was a big seller here, came back down, seller came back, big seller out there. He got executed. Somebody bought from him, and now we're all the way up here. So you're looking pretty damn good right now, Elizabeth. All right. Now, did I lose anybody? Did I lose anyone? No? Good. Now, my question to you is this. Who here would like to come and join the trading room for one whole week and see this live in the market? and see the stocks that you're in and seeing how people have been doing this for the past 50, 60 years. So good. All right. So stand by. I'm going to give you guys the link really quick because there's no better time to watch and learn how to trade alongside our team. This is why CyberTrade University, has been partnered and has been endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. So, and not only that, CyberTrade University has a 5-star rating on Google in the industry. Now, I don't know if anyone ever looked at I know some of you have been trained before. Why don't you go check out their Google reviews? Some of you might not even have them. You could take it down. But, keeping up for 35 years, I think that speaks a lot. And not only that, but ChatGTP ranks us #1 as educational school in the industry. So this is all you need to do. I'm looking for serious traders. Enough with the free stuff, okay? Because if you can't afford, if you were like me and could afford $1,000, and now I'm telling you, you can get it for $15, then you obviously can't afford $9. You can't afford to trade at all. So for $9, all I'm offering all of you is to come join my trading room for 1 week. I'm not going to charge you a single penny more. $9. You got the link that's up there, and you could take your phone, you could scan the QR code. Now, this is what I'm going to give you for $9. All right. All of you are going to have live audio commentary that we run all day. We're also going to access our alert service, our trades of stocks that are moving in the market. That's going to help you become a better trader. You're going to listen to other traders in the room, see what they're doing in a position so you can follow along. You're going to have access with me and my team in the trading room. And basically, we're going to give you the road. You could, like I said, you could do this anywhere. You could do it on the road. You could travel, but you're going to get all real-time alerts to your phone, everything, all for 1 whole week. All right. We're also going to give you workshops. We're going to give you Traders Talk Library. We're going to choke you with so much information. And I'm also going to give you my book. I sell my book on Amazon for $47. I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay. All for $9. And I'm going to do one more last bonus, the biggest one of them all. And I know for a fact that no one here has ever was offered this in the history of education. You'll have the opportunity to talk to me on the phone for $9. Now, the reason why I need to talk to you is because I need to qualify you. You might think this is for you, and we got to have that conversation because I'm going to tell you what's really involved to do this. So my goal is I want to get you in the room. I want you to see if people actually make money doing it. I want you to find stocks like the QS trade, stocks like that or anything that moved in that market. You see why they're going up, seeing other traders, how they think for themselves. And then we'll have a conversation. We'll talk a little bit about it. All for $9. All it's going to cost you. All right. Now, as some of you are registering right now, a couple of things are going to happen. Just going to give you a little heads up. When you register, we're going to ask you a questionnaire. We want to know a little bit about you, who you trade with, how you're doing in the market, what market you're trading with, nothing crazy. And then every one of you are going to get the opportunity to book an appointment with my education advisor and me. So we want to do a walkthrough with you. We want to see, be able to answer your questions. What really stinks about this, some of you guys have bought education and you spend this money, you listen to this great person and there's no phone number, nobody calls you, this and that. We're very big when it comes to customer service, over and beyond that you would even imagine. Okay. So we want to make sure that you're making the right decision because this is a big responsibility and it's a great job, but it could really be a terrible business to be in if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So for $9, we're not going to charge you a penny more or less. We want to give you just 1 week in the trading room, see what it's about, and let's get you locked in. All right. Now, with that said, a couple of you are registering right now. I want to do a couple of shout outs really quick. Anthony J from Tallahassee, Florida. I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Mike L from Los Angeles, California, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Chris George, got your registration. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Now, I see a few of you start registering right now. Now, anyone else have any questions? Thanks about Lynn and Randy. Lynn and Randy are here because they were you. They're one of our biggest fans. And they, I always asked everyone, if I could teach you how to make money, just come out there and help recruit, and tell people your experience at Cybertrade University. You're going to see a lot of people like Lynn and Randy. You'll see people like Abdul. You'll see people like Andrea, Lita, Grant Brockway. These people are been, just change their lives. Because what do you got to lose? What is $9 going to cost you? You actually learn something? Think about what you learned right now. Some of you never heard of level 3, level 4 before. Now you're actually seeing it for the first time. And you know what the crazy part about it? You heard of it, but you never really seen it. Imagine when you start seeing it live. So come to reality. Well, let's take it from there. Now, some of you asked me, can we trade in the market with you? I recommend you do not do that because we did not teach you. We just want to show you what's moving and if other people make money doing it. Training you is a lot of work. We do a lot of one-on-one coaching. We do a lot of that stuff. So don't worry about that right now. Let's focus a little bit more on the, if this is for real or not, okay? Do you do options? Yes, we do, Ed. And let me tell you something about options. You cannot be a good options trader if you can't be a good stock trader first. It's the movement of a stock that makes an option move. So you're basically trading backwards, right? See, a lot of people like options because of leverage and you don't need a lot of money to do it. That's a misconception. That is not true, okay? Don't get fooled on the sexy stories about it. Learn, and you know what? Let me prove it to you. Jump in the trading room. And you know what? At the end of the week, if you feel you want your $9 back, I don't need your $9. Got your money back guaranteed. Someone's asking me, what happens after a week? What do you charge? 0. We will not charge you a penny. We do not do an auto bill pay. We don't play that game with you. If you don't want to continue with us, you don't have to. Okay? We're not going to force you into anything. We don't need your business. We respect your business, okay? We are just looking for people that love this job, want to really learn and be part of the team whenever they're there. All right? Do I need a brokerage account? No, you don't. Another person says, how much do I need to get started? Excellent question. $9. I don't know what more I need to ask you. So don't go from there. All right. Any other questions? Guys, couple more people are registering right now. I just got a question right here. And listen, I got to go. All right. I want to get back to the trading room. It looks like they're doing pretty good with that QS. Let's go pop over there on our QS trade. Look at that QS trade. All right. Where are we at with this stock? Look at that. Did we just see that big seller get done? Look where it is now, $7. That's $7.16. Just by you sitting in here, if you bought 1,000 shares of that stock, you would have made about $116. Definitely paid that $9 already, huh? Didn't it? Not bad, not too shabby. You probably, the next question you're probably asking is, when is it going to stop? That's what you have to come back and find out and join the trading room. Okay. All right, traders. Anybody else? Any other questions? I got to go now. So last chance to get registered. Last minute. Ed, thank you. More than welcome. Ed, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Appreciate it. Virginia Beach. I was just there. I was just down there. I was at the Marriott. My son was doing the National Wrestling Championship. When was that? Was that February, I think, or February, March? I think it was one of those days. I think it was March. But yeah, beautiful, lovely area down there. Love when the fighter jets fly up and down that beach area. All right. But we'll definitely have a lot to talk about. All right, guys, I got to go. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining Cyber Traders. Thanks for being here and helping recruit new traders. If you didn't continue with Cyber Trade University, remember you could subscribe to our social media. We broadcast live every day. But I want to leave you all with one very important thing, and always remember me by this. You have to learn before you could earn, okay? If you think education's expensive, try ignorance. You think $9 is a lot of money? Try to lose 900 or 9,000 or 90,000, okay? If you're not following the money, you're basically trading blind. Stop being try to pretend to be a leader. Try to be a follower and follow the orders. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'll see you all in the trading room. And happy trading, everyone.